Danny's World Story Mode. You want it? I want it. Shrimpo even wants it. Today we have a Danny's World AU that's based on Danny's World Story Mode. It's called the Curdled Ichor AU. Essentially, the further down a toon's mental state is whilst under the effects of an ichor overdose, the more aggressive and distorted their vision becomes. Basically, if toons and twisteds are already in a state of panic or despair, the ichor amplifies their feelings and makes them stick. There are some twisteds that are native to this AU alone, and there's a certain skeletal lethal that will be coming. But apparently it's not me, but I don't believe them. I think it is me. However, this AU was made by a friend. How freaking cool is this art? Let's go check it out, man. We've taken a small look at this before in my Twisted redesign video, but we're gonna actually look deep at the lore today. Coming up first, we have Cosmo, the respondent, one of the many trying to stop the outbreak. He has been trying to keep the toons together, usually having to stop and fighting if he can. He regrets not being around when Shelly vanished, is trying to get closer on his absence. There's been a lot that's been alluded to Shelly in this, from the creator himself and just inside of what I've read so far. And Twisted Cosmo looks pretty similar to the normal Twisted version of him. And it looks like every single toon has a version of themselves. For example, like Connie's the fraud. One of the many trying to stop the outbreak. She is mostly tasked with finding research and very occasionally negotiation with Dandy, though it usually does not work. Despite everything happening, she continues with her saleswoman attitude, of course, though it's hard to rip someone off when you are in the middle of a crisis. And her Twisted version looks like the hat is about to eat someone and that she's also dripping like rabies juice from her mouth. Yeah, we ain't really rocking with that. And Gigi's a conspiracist, which honestly, her toon version looks creepy. One of the many trying to stop the outbreak. She's in charge of cataloging items toons find across the map, though she has a habit of hoarding them. She has come up with an absurd theory about this entire situation, determined to find the truth of this whole outbreak. Yeah, I totally think this person right here is gonna figure out the, And there's the other Roger, and excuse me, Twisted Roger, your other arm is currently in the ground. Dude, I think you might want to figure that one out. The detective, one of the many trying to stop the outbreak. His main duties include trying to find research on the formation of toons and what caused twisteds to start showing up. All he has gathered is that the substance known as ichor has adverse and frightening effects if too much of it is indulged in. He's also looking for a rumored counter to the effects of ichor, though information about it finicky. So that's why Roger wants ichor so bad in Danny's World, guys. He's just trying to find a cure, which honestly makes perfect sense with him being the detective and all. Hey, I think that's a great one. Glisten's the artist. Interesting take, but you can do whatever you want. It's your AU. One of many trying to stop the outbreak. I haven't seen anyone who hasn't yet. He has the role of an extractor. He was usually accompanied by Tisha. Tisha's a distractor though. Oh well. As they are two of the best toons in this outbreak, those arrogance can be grating at times. He's very resourceful. Who knew someone like that could be so useful? I mean, the best way you sucker him up and get him to do what you want is by complimenting him. You know what I mean? I've actually got Brightney, and at first I thought that twisted light bulb was a brain, a cracked brain. It's not. We're good, boys. We're good. The librarian, one of many trying to stop the outbreak. She's the librarian. Though she's mostly in the lobby, she keeps toons level-headed when they come back, working with Tegan and Cosmo as sort of therapeutic core for the others. If one of this trio went missing, we might have not gotten so far in this whole thing. Thanks for keeping us together. Interesting. I mean, it does seem like in almost every AU, to some degree, Brightney is the glue. Brightney's just her, dude. She is her. Tegan doesn't even look like Tegan. That Twisted version, I don't even want to know. The Listener. Dude, imagine everyone having cool names like the detective, the artist, and then you're just the listener. She's mostly relegated to financial duty. The tax lady that Danny's greed causes. Other than that, she's usually listening and talking to toons one-on-one about their worries at her little tea parties, helping to soothe their nerves in such tense time as she has heard a lot from me. Tegan, the gossip queen. This got Finn. Excuse me. That's Finn in a straitjacket, right? Like you guys want? You seeing that? Yeah, we seeing this. Yep, dog. That's Finn in a straitjacket. The Slippery. How can you name the Slippery? One of the haunting twisteds that roams this whole thing. His mangled body has been imprisoned with a towel as a makeshift straitjacket. Jesus Christ. He wanders and shambles across the floor pretty slow, but the trail of diluted ichor slows down any toon in it, which is such a great debuff inside of Danny's World, by the way. Sometimes toons have reported hearing fish puns from the gurgling noises. That's just gross. That's gross. Why from gurgling? Ew. Ew. My boy looks sick, at least. This is someone that does R&D right. With the name The Duality. One of the haunting twisteds that roams this whole thing. They swap between sadly sitting on the floor and trying to drag their way around the next floor. When Dazzle was turned, we wanted to find a way to split these two apart. Not happening. So Razzle was not turned yet. Razzle didn't want to leave his twin to rot. It's a sweet sentiment, really. Even with how Razzle was always searching for his next big break, he and his bro were a package deal to the very. I mean, when you call them a package, they are literally together. They are, you know. Up next, we got the triple-headed Hydra Pebble. Bark, bark, Fido. The Warden. The Warden. That name goes hard, dog. As Dandy's loyal pet, it wasn't long until he became one of the twisted abominations that now walk the floors of this forsaken land. Pebble disappeared right before the outbreak, so we don't know how long they have been twisted for. But one thing is for sure, they are violent. I will admit, on their tail, that does look like a power button. Do you guys think I went up and pressed it, like it would work like an Xbox, and they would just turn, oh, it's like eyeballs. Oh wait, those have this. Do you have 8 eyeballs? Yeah, pass. Here's Shelly, and apparently Shelly's had a lot of talk, and she's literally called the martyr. Martyr, if you don't know, it's essentially a glorified sacrifice. She used to be a key actor in the Ichor operation, but one day she vanished. When the world needed her most, she vanished. After an argument between her and Sprout, there are many whispers and theories on how she became a twisted. Only a few hours after the argument, some claim she was afflicted already and was holding back. Some think she could intentionally get herself mauled. What? She intentionally sacrificed? Nah, I don't believe it. The only person who knows what happened is Dandy, but he's not saying anything. Go figure! Sprouticus looks like a Demonicus. The retaliation! The freaking retaliation! He used to be a key actor in the Outbreak, serving as a leader of the Toons who still survived. I've never really seen Sprout as a leader, I'm gonna be honest with you, but fair enough. But as soon as more kept vanishing and tensions kept getting higher and higher, he went solo to confront Dandy about something that he thought were Dandy's doing. Alas, this was in vain, for upsetting the person who's in charge of the elevators probably is not the best idea. His confrontational nature has cost him his life, and now he is twisted. In this world, is everyone twisted though? Because like we're still seeing their normal version. Is everyone technically infected, or is it kind of like Garden View? I don't really know. But that Twisted Sprout's design is the coolest for sure. V's design is pretty freaking epic too though. The Scapegoat. These names are so cool. The Scapegoat. A shame, isn't it? Here, I'll read it like V.
He was never reunited with others in the Outbreak, even as she roams.
I can't. This horde land as a twisted, it's almost like something or someone is keeping her isolated, trying to make her downward spiral into desperate haunting mania go ever faster. The Outbreak has been particularly taxing on her mental state, and it won't be long until she's lost all sense of herself. I will say this dome behind V kind of reminds me of Bulbasaur, or like Dandy's, or like the Pebble skin. Sorry, I'm yapping. Next we got Astro, and oh, Astro always just looks so cute, dying and stuff. The Dreamer, a key actor in the Ichor operation. He is one of the more consistent Toons overall in his role, though he has a hard time realizing just what Dandy has become. Or maybe he was always like this. His twisted version's giving me Captain Pirate vibes. And inside of this AU, there is 5 lethals that will get introduction videos rather than just cards. And I literally cannot wait to see those. I'm hoping I can popularize this a little bit, so this gets the amount of recognition that it deserves. Jeez, how hard is it for me to say that? And there are plenty more cards to go through, so if you want to check them out, by all means, it will be linked in the description. Please go show my boy some love. For real, for real. But I got some secret lore. This is a twisted called More Timor. Apparently, it's not me, but I definitely think it's me. I think he's lying, or maybe I just have an ego, which they appear if you take too long on a floor or have a small chance of appearing on skull floors. Dude, this is literally me, which are like normal floors, but on a time limit. As the air is filled with ichor and it slowly consumes you if you aren't quick. This character shouldn't be here. The showrunners scrapped him, didn't they? Well, there isn't much that can be said about who this is, just that they lurk in the moist, ichor-ridden parts of Garden View and can cut down anyone near them into shreds. Either embrace the concept or death, or get out of there. And inside of this floor, inside this AU, there's so many different types of floors. There's moon floors, gear floors, skull floors, which only specific people spawn on these floors. Fruit floor sounds funny. Regardless, this AU is just getting started. Once again, friend of the channel, please go show them some love. Their name is Away Personality _597 over on Reddit. I do apologize if it seemed like I sped run this video. It probably didn't feel that way. It just did to me as I was recording. Literally tomorrow I'm going to Washington, D.C. So literally all the videos you saw this weekend were in fact pre-recorded. So if something new comes out, I won't see it. With that being said, hopefully you guys all did enjoy this video today. And please do go show some love on the Curdled Ichor AU. It has not gotten the love it deserves. Until next time. Bye.